last year, based on the data at Jacob Wayne's, we sat down with the administrator and we formed an action plan. And based on their data, we really had to take a look at kindergarten and first grade, because the curriculum was not being implemented with fidelity, as evidenced by the fact in the data that children were going on to second grade as non-readers, and then those second grade teachers were doing all kinds of things to try to help those kids become proficient by the end of the year. And so we knew we had to work backwards. We had to start at the kindergarten and first grade and then, move up to the second through fifth. So we sat down and made a plan, and this particular first grade team that you see in the video, they last year were not using the curriculum with fidelity. They didn't know how to use the sound spelling cards. They didn't know how to help the children with the decodables. They didn't know how to help them practice their fluency. So last year we went through the whole process of going through each section of the curriculum so that they could get a handle on it. We practiced those. We used the coaching cycle, where I demoed a lesson for them, and then we sat down and we planned lessons together, and then taught the lesson together in that co-teach fashion. Which was powerful for them, because just like we give the students immediate correctives, the teachers got an immediate corrective in a very loving way. It was just modeled for them again, and they were so excited to have that immediate corrective so that they could change their practice. And if they changed their practice, refine their practice, then that had a great influence on the outcome of student achievement. So we were excited about our data. And we knew that this year we would then take it a step further and refine. That was our first grade group teachers. Then these teachers, we went in and we reviewed what we did last year. We looked at the expectations, and because they saw with their own data, changing their practice, how it helped them last year. So you saw that we looked at the blending, that sound by sound, continuous blending. They have seen has been so helpful to helping those children become fluent readers. And so that was one of the components we worked with. And during workshop and intervention, they're utilizing phonics pathways. So I went through that process to review with them again, because they learned it last year. So this is that continuing process of refining practice. And they took a baseline assessment on how well the students were able to read CBC words, and how many words per minute the students read on that first week of first grade. And then we took that, according to that data, the teachers designed SMART goals, created SMART goals. They created a long-term SMART goal and a short-term SMART goal based on the data. And then we're going to be doing some co-planning and co-teaching to help those teachers really refine that practice, so that before their report cards in 8 weeks, before their report cards in 8 weeks, we're going to again assess to see if there's been growth on the passage that they did the first week of school, and on an additional passage that measures CBC words, to see if there's that growth. And then the teachers will see, they'll be able to check and see, is the blending that we're utilizing during their core instruction with the curriculum, with workshop, that independent work time, that place where we handle universal access, that differentiation of instruction, and with their intervention, their walk to learn time. If all of that together is making a difference and changing the academic success of the children, if it's improving. If it's not improving, then we need to look at, let's step back, let's change what we're doing. If it is working, we know that we've been successful, we can keep doing more of the same to make it even stronger. All right, so let's look at your data. from this year. This is your baseline, right? And you all took this. What was the date that you took this assessment? You did the
First week of
CBC. You did this diagnostic CBC test,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So that diagnostic's going to be real helpful because this is how it is right now. Let me show you what our purpose is right now. We are going to look at our numbers and we're going to determine what we have of each. Then we know that to get that fluency up, we saw there, the place that it starts is at that CBC.
Yes.
And the way that we teach this blending, taking that breath in, blending through the vowel, we know that that strategy is going to not only help them with CBCs, but every new sound spelling that you look at that. We're going to refine our practice because you've already been taught this last year. Many of you started to implement it, but we didn't really have enough time to refine this. Did we see? What commonalities? What things stand out? Or were there some differences? Or some trends, right? And I could be charting these right now.
The higher the advanced and proficiency, and the higher ones were from the schools that had been using the open court and the professional development.
First grade, we have a total of 157 students. Is that correct?
2010-2011 school year.
Ooh, thank you so much for telling me that.
17.
That's a nice deal right there.
13 at the next level.
And this thinking about SMART goals for this fluency, and she said, what did she say, in 6 weeks? What might be really helpful is for us to do this passage again. Now, I know, I mean, we want to do a whole read, but we have a lot of kids at 0 to 5. It would be interesting to do another CBC passage with this story. Go ahead and read the short-term goal for us.
72% of the first grade students will increase their word correct per minute by 5 words as measured by the CBC passage.
What I would do is I would have the kids on the rug. They'll still do your points, your yes, no, and all that, and your student teacher points. And she giggles. She goes like this when she laughs. She goes, Good. All right, so the name of this card is pig. What's the name of the card? Pig. Good. And the sound that the pig makes is Everybody do it? Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to go through these. You're going to do this. When I touch here, you're going to say the sound. I want you to use your gesture. Okay? Ready? Sound. Ah. Stop. Ready? Sound. Now I'm going to take away some of my teacher talk. Now I'm going to just say sound. 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 We did it last year. They pointed. Now, boys and girls, put them first before it becomes individual. And then your guys, that are these guys right here, they're going to get this so fast. And then you're going to be doing a page, and you'll be going, page. Whereas those low kids are going to be redoing these pages for a while. But once we get this, whole group now, we're still whole group. Yeah. And then we're going to move to this. So in the first week, you probably could get here to here. And then this, no. Okay, so once we get that going down, now you guys, oh my gosh, we're going to this page. Now, you know, we know that this card, we've already learned sound. Sound. Well, I like how you're using your gestures. Good. Sound. And it tells me, take your breath. This is me. So I take my breath. Take your breath, and we're going to make each of these sounds for a long time. You see that?
All right, let's go ahead and review now. So what's the name of the card? Pen. Sound? Spelling? Green boxy. Name of the card?
Hey, stop for a minute.
Oh.
And let's reward them. I mean, because I saw people using their gestures.
Oh, very
so really wanting
Okay, so a round of applause.
Yeah. And so thank you for using your gestures, you guys. Okay, good. All right.
Ready? Name of the card? Box. Sound? Spelling?
Green box.
Awesome. You guys did an awesome job showing the gestures. Very good.